Could you expound a little bit on where you send your money as far as missions and what you particularly send it to?
Right, we're involved in a number of different missions around the world. We've been involved with one of the ministries, Oasis Ministries out of Minneapolis, that helps build churches, drill wells, and we pick on particularly small towns that are maybe 8,000, 10,000 people that have bad water typically. And we drill a well there and get it deep enough and a high quality well so that we can get some good water. And we also pay for the church. The local church has to buy the land, so they have some skin in it. But then we build the church and we build the well. That's one of the ministries we're very, very involved in. And also we support missionaries in India 100% for the whole year, their living expenses. I'm not sure exactly how many it is right now, but I think it's like about 12 in India right now, fully supported. And then we have actually we have 700 missionaries that we fully support in Africa that literally affect a tremendous amount of lives for Christ. I mean, over 2 million decisions for Christ every year. And they start Bible studies, but then end up starting new churches. And so you can see the change. It's not just they gave life to Christ and just go on living the way they were. The church actually grows. And so that's a couple. We're involved with Samaritan's Purse. We're involved with Convoy of Hope, which are relief organizations that bring, when there's a tsunami or an earthquake or whatever, when it happened in Japan, and then the tsunami that hit the Hawaiian Islands, and in America here also, of course, the hurricanes and the different flooding and that. So we're very involved with things that are impacting lives. And people say, how do you know what to give to, man? Well, as a businessman, I'm always looking for the most effect, right? I want to be most effective with what I have. If I don't have a definite direction of where I think God wants me to give the money, I just look at where the money is going to be the most effective. Makes sense, right? I mean, I could probably spend $1 million, creating 10 scholars, highly schooled 10 scholars, all their college expenses and everything, Or I could take that $1 million and very, very possibly reach millions of people. Well, I know I would. We could reach millions of people for Christ. What am I going to do? Well, it's obvious what I'm going to do. Unless God specifically says, do the 10 scholars, and I might say, can I hear it twice? Because I'm good at math, and then my head says, yeah, no, But God sometimes, and I've said, God, what do you expect from me? Because I don't want to miss it. If you don't have the wherewithal and somebody says, hey, we need some money for a missionary, and you don't have any money, well, it's easy to say no. But when you get to the point where, this is one of the challenges, where you can buy a guy a helicopter in Africa or something, it's like, now the problem is, well, should I, right? And that becomes a much bigger responsibility. And you have to be in prayer a lot more. And that's one of the things that was a surprise to me, because I'd never thought of it. I'd never been in that position before. So the bottom line is the will of God never feels icky. If what you're thinking about doing feels icky, it's probably not God. And Satan doesn't throw things at me that are, hey, Matt, let's do a seance tonight, Not interested, right? Probably not going to draw me in. However, Satan knows my heart is for God things. So you have to be careful, because Satan will take quote-unquote God things to distract you. That isn't actually something from God. It may be for a church or something like that, but it really wasn't where God wanted you to be. So again, I measured against, does it feel icky? And if it doesn't feel quite right, then I don't do that. See, the will of God many times is scary. Would you agree? Mm-hmm. Scary is okay. Scary is the part of the excitement. You want me to do what, God?
Walk in the water.
Live in Africa and eat monkeys? All right. Can we have barbecue sauce at least? It does cover up a lot, I've noticed,